So, have files recently disappeared from your desktop? Well, I've certainly had this happen, and while there's certainly a bunch of reasons why it can happen, today I'm going to show you how to solve this problem. And by the way, if you get your desktop files back, then great, let me know what worked for you down below in the comments. But if not, definitely let me know down below, and we can try to help you a little bit further. And also be sure to hit the subscribe button down below for more recovery tip videos just like this. Okay, so when files disappear from your Windows desktop, there are a few things you should check right off the bat. And the first would be to briefly check your recycle bin. Now, while it seems simplistic, files can be deleted without you noticing, in which case they've likely just ended up in the recycle bin, and can be retrieved very simply without any lasting effects. Now, another mistake that's very easy to make is accidentally hiding all of your desktop icons, and this is especially true if you find that all of a sudden all of your files have disappeared from your desktop. Luckily, there's a super easy fix, and all of your files are still there. To fix this, simply navigate to your desktop, right-click in any empty space, go to View, then hit Show Desktop Icons. Toggling this on and off will hide and unhide your desktop icons. Now, speaking of hidden desktop files, there's actually another way that this can happen, and it's either through user error or even a malware infection that causes all of your desktop files and icons to be hidden in another way. However, the solution is actually pretty simple. Now, to do this, we first need to navigate to the desktop folder on our C drive. So open File Explorer and go to your C drive, Users, then your username. Now, in this folder, you should find your desktop folder. Right-click the folder, open Properties, and make sure to uncheck the Hidden box. Then make sure you also check the box to apply to all files and folders, and this should completely alleviate any chance of the files being hidden from view on your desktop. Okay, now the next thing we can check, which is a little more advanced, is checking to see if we're logged into the correct user on Windows itself. Being logged in as the wrong user, or even as a guest user on your PC after a big update or a major change in your system, is a somewhat common occurrence. And the consequences of this can be all sorts of weird occurrences, one of which being after restarting, your desktop files are missing. To fix this, we have to check to see if we are indeed using the right account. So simply use the Windows and I shortcut to pull up the settings and check to make sure you are logged in as the correct user. And if you are, then obviously this method doesn't apply to you. But if you are not logged in properly, then you need to log out and relog with the correct user credentials. Now, if you can't log into the correct user profile, like you just can't do it, then there is a chance that it was corrupted somewhere along the line. And you can actually fix it by creating a new user profile and setting it as administrator, logging into your new profile and locating your old user folder in File Explorer, then copying all of your old files over to the same location within the new user profile. Then once everything is done copying, you restart your PC, and this should alleviate any strange or missing files due to an error with your user profile. Now, up to this point, we've really just been working with files that are either hidden or obstructed in some way. But what if your files have been straight up deleted or your storage drive has been corrupted somehow? If none of the methods that I've outlined so far have worked for you, then that's likely what you're dealing with. And so to fix it, we actually have to use a data recovery software called Disk Drill. We chose Disk Drill not only because it's capable of recovering accidentally deleted files from your PC's hard drive, or if the drive's been corrupted, but it can also locate any other hidden files on your drive as well. So to recover files and folders disappeared from your desktop on a Windows 11 or 10 PC, first download and install Disk Drill. And note that it's important not to install it to your PC's system drive. I would recommend installing it to a secondary hard drive for safety. Then once it's installed, open it up and you'll be presented with a disk list, a list of all drives connected to your PC. Now from here, all we need to do is select our C drive and hit search for lost data. Now, as our drive scans, you will begin to see files populate in the center as colored categories, which is how you know you're making progress. Now, to review our files, we can click the C drive tab on the left-hand side and browse through our files just like File Explorer. So simply navigate to your desktop folder to begin looking for your files. Now, while you're reviewing the files, you can enable Icon View, which will give you a good idea of which files are intact and able to be recovered. Now, once you have found the files you want to recover, simply put a check mark next to the ones you want, hit Recover in the bottom right, and choose your save location. Now, it's important to note that your save location should be separate from your C drive. I would definitely recommend a separate external drive, which will prevent overwriting. Now, something I should also mention here is that the free version of Disk Drill allows you to preview all of your recovered files in full to make sure they're intact, some of which are even recoverable for free. However, to recover all of your largest files, you will need the Pro license. Finally, hit Next, and this will export all of your recovered files to your save location. Data recovery software is great, and usually it's able to provide the tools and the power that you need. However, if that did not solve the problem, then the last thing you can use is a backup. Backups are pretty foolproof and almost always reliable, especially if you're using one of the built-in systems such as File History or OneDrive. So File History does require some presetting beforehand. However, OneDrive is usually enabled by default to back up basic folders like your desktop. And so between the two, there's a good chance that one of them can be used to retrieve your files. And here's how to use them. For File History, navigate to your Start menu, type File History, and select Restore Your Files with File History. Then in the window that appears, navigate to your desktop and look back through previous backups until the files appear, at which time you can pull them back to your current desktop folder. For OneDrive, log into your OneDrive dashboard in your browser and navigate to the OneDrive recycle bin. Then select your files and hit Restore, which will load them back to your desktop. But that's it. Those are some quick and easy ways to fix files disappearing from your Windows desktop. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and you got something out of it and it helped you out. If it did, make sure to leave a like on the video down below, and I will see you soon with something new.